everyone and welcome to my live video this afternoon. I'm Hannah from Oscha Slings and today we're going to be looking at our Middle-earth new releases which are due out tomorrow. So do say hello when you've joined the chat. I'm looking forward to hearing from you all today. We have two new releases and I have some made to order and pre-order news for you as well, which we'll get to at the end of the video. I would be really grateful if someone could share this video in our Facebook community group Clan Oscha when you have joined and let me know when you've done so. If you're not in Clan Oscha already, I would really recommend you pop over to Clan Oscha on our Facebook page. One of our Facebook pages. It's our lovely community group where we're all there and they're able to chat to you all about Oscha and any baby wearing questions or queries that you have. Hi there Denise, congratulations on your new little baby. I saw a lovely photograph in the clan and you're giving us a warm welcome from Austria, which is lovely. And hi there Sarah from Colorado. Hi there Jess, lovely to see you. Hello Emmanuel, hi there. So I thought today it might be fun for us all to share one or two words about how we're feeling today to get us started, get us in the mood for our live video, and then I'll move on to all of our fun and interesting things. So do post a comment here giving me one or two words about how you're feeling today. So I'll go first. Today I'm feeling relieved as I had my 20-week scan today for a little baby. So I feel it all went well, thankfully, and I just feel a lot more calm about that. But I also feel apprehensive because I'm actually moving house next week. So this will be the last live video that we have for in this environment in my lovely home here in Edinburgh. I'm going to be moving out of town into a lovely countryside location. We have got a lovely little house which will be really nice for baby's arrival in the autumn. So those are my two words. I'm feeling one, relieved and also apprehensive, which I guess is probably similar for many of us. So do share with me how you're feeling and we'll have a little dip in, a little chat about that in a wee minute or two. So first of all, I am going to show you our Mithril wrap and we'll chat about that one first and then we can do a little bit of chatter as well. In the meantime, you can let me know how you're doing today and I look forward to catching up with everyone. So this is our Mithril mineral sling, which has been woven on the Mythos warp. Now, many of you may be familiar with our Mythos warp. We have woven it a few times. We've also woven it with some of our pre-order groups and it has this beautiful kind of teal gradient. So we have this darker teal up here on the top rail. I believe this is the top of the sling. Hopefully I've remembered that correctly. And then we have this lighter teal at the bottom, which is almost a kind of refreshing Mediterranean sea colours. In fact, I was in Ireland last week and we had some beautiful weather and I would say that some of the waters in the sea, the Atlantic Ocean, looked just like these tones and it was incredible. I could not believe the scenery that we had in Donegal in Ireland, if anyone's ever been there. So, Mithril mineral, of course, this pattern is from our Middle-earth collection. So it has been based on the chainmail vest that Frodo is given in the Fellowship of the Ring, and along this quote at the very top and also at the bottom, it's mirrored at the bottom there as well. It reads out, "My heart is glad to know you have such a coat," and that's a quote from Bilbo to Frodo. in the Lord of the Rings. And we just love that quote. We chose that quote because really when you're carrying your baby in the Mithril design on this, with this design, it does just feel like you're protecting your little one, you are shielding them from the outside world, and you're helping them on their way, on their journey. So it's a really lovely, meaningful quote, and I thought I would just point that out to you all. So now on to the weft. So we've spoken about the warp, the Mithril warp. The weft of this sling, we've got an alternating weft. So we've got one pick is cotton, and the second pick is wild silk and cotton blended together. So the entire, I'll show you that up a little bit closer so that you can see beautiful pinstripe effect, which almost creates little kind of sparkles in the sling. And you do get a couple of little nubs and slubs from the wild silk, which is a lovely feature as well of this one. So I'll just show you that a little bit closer. Now the entire blend of this one then is 80% BCI organic combed cotton, that's your warp. And then in the weft we've got 10% cotton and 10% wild silk, and that's blended together. So it's a really lovely, great all-rounder, this sling. So it's about 276 GSM. So it's a lovely medium weight sling, which means it's going to be great for all seasons and all ages and stages of baby wearing. So I'm just going to pop this one on. It's a size 4, I believe, so I'm going to go for my short cross carry, I think it's called, or front cross carry with a ring tied at the back, which I have done a few times recently, but it's just because it's such a lovely wrap style for a lovely carry for showing off the colours you can see, but also for a size 4, and it's so pretty at the back. And I think that sometimes the Middle-earth slings do deserve a little bit of elegance. So I'm just going to tie that in. I'm going to go round to find my ring, and I'm going to go from the outside to the inside, and that way that should lock the fabric in place. Nope, I don't think I've done that correctly, have I? Or have I? Yes, I have, I think I have. And that should lock the fabric in place without the need of a knot. So there are lots of knotless finishes that you can do with a woven wrap, and we do sell the sling rings as well in a couple of different sizes. So if you are looking to do some fancy finishes and some knotless finishes, then you can always grab a pair of rings with your wrap, and that will get you on your way to coming up with something really cool and pretty and interesting. So that's my knot all created. It's another great, actually goes quite nicely with my outfit. It's another great benefit of this carry is that you can pop it on, you can organise your little one, you can get all organised, get yourself sorted, and then you can pop them in whenever you're ready. So I'll just loosen that off a little bit so that I have got enough room for my baby to sit in, and then we'll get going. So this sling, being 10% wild silk, it does have a lovely hint of kind of moldability to it, which is a really lovely feature of the wild silk. And it's got a tiny hint of cush. It feels very soft and moldable, very easy to tie, lovely and drapey. I think somebody mentioned that earlier as well. Lovely drape to it. And it's very easy to use, so it glides well into place, and it will have a nice grip as well. So you will get a lovely balance of grip and glide, as we like to say. So I'll bring my baby into the sling and get her all organised. I'm going to go in from the underside first, if I can check which side that is. That is this side here, and that's always a good trick whenever you're doing a cross with your woven wrap, is to go make sure that you're always going with the underside first, or else you'll find that it won't actually work because that side needs to go under first, and then this side needs to go over the top, like so. So I would say this is a really lovely blend and sling for those who love a bit of silk but are looking for a sling that's a little bit more affordable than our higher percentage silk blends. I was just peeling that away from her nose and mouth just to make sure that her breathing and her airways are completely free from fabric. Take anything else that needs to be taken out into the back and pull that through the rings there. And there we have our beautiful carry with Mithril mineral, like so. And then you can pretend you're an elf if you like. So, yes, so I would say that this one is a really lovely option if you're looking for something that's lightweight for the summer, that you can wear all year round if you want to. It's great for newborns all the way up to toddlerhood. You've got a lovely hint of cush to it. It's very comfortable on the shoulders. And it is, it's going to be nice and lightweight for you wearing during the summer months, but of course it will be perfect all year round as well. So let me have a little look at some of your comments, and then I'll chat a little bit about what our tester Jennifer thought of this sling as well, and then we can move on to our Ancients of Gondor. Sarah says it's so pretty. It's just a lovely combination of colours and blues and teals. Johanna says I love this grad. And Helen says, so sleeping baby on my chest here, so no sound, haha, but beautiful is this wrap. Well, hopefully you'll see this afterwards, Helen. And that just sounds so lovely, having your little one sleep on you. And there we are. Ariana says, looks so nice and drapey. It absolutely is. And Amber has mentioned the shininess, the shimmeriness, and you do get a lovely shimmer with this sling. Lovely. Thank you so much for commenting, everyone. Hi there, Catherine from Stirling instead of Carlisle. Oh, you're up here in Scotland. Are you on holiday? And then some of you have shared some of your words on how you're feeling. So Jess is feeling flustered and mornings can be a challenge. Yes, I'm sure mornings with 3 little ones will be very challenging. Thank you, Annika, for your compliment. That's lovely. Melissa says that her husband is going to miss admiring my bookshelves. I know. Well, these are actually just, they come like this. It's called an Edinburgh press. And almost all of the old tenement flats and houses will have one of these. I think my new house does have a kind of one, but I don't know if it will be in the spot where I'll be doing my videos. Thank you, Jess, very much for your well wishes. Sarah has shared that she's tired and concerned. My home estate has been recorded flooding. Oh, this displaced a lot of people and shut down National Park. Oh, that sounds awful, Sarah. Oh, our best wishes to everybody affected. And Amber's also stressed this weekend. Oh, your move is this weekend. My move is next week. Very good luck with that. Oh, thank you, Melissa, for sharing your peaceful, feeling nice and peaceful. That's so nice. Great. Thank you all for commenting. Do feel free to share with me how you're doing today. We were just having some fun at the start of the call and sharing a couple of words about how we're feeling today. So I would love to hear how you're all getting on this Tuesday afternoon. So, Anna has asked, will this be made to order? Yes, it will be made to order. So it's going up tomorrow evening at 7:30 p.m. BST, and then it will close out in a week's time, so it'll be made to order. And I don't believe this one's limited, although I have forgotten to check the meterage that we have on it, so I'll double check for this one and our other release as well. Ooh, Laura says, is there a Doors of Durin coming on this warp? Any more info for us? Yes, there is a Doors of Durin coming on this warp. It will be a hybrid. We've got a couple of colours in the weft, and it will be coming, I think, still in a few weeks' time. It's not yet arrived from our weavers yet, so it won't probably be for another month or so. But I believe that's the last release on this warp. We've had our other Oscha designs coming out already. Denise says this is so tempting. It is really lovely. Marie says it's so pretty. Hi Linda from Baltimore. Oh, so Catherine, you're having a holiday in Scotland. How lovely. I hope you're enjoying it up there. I think there's supposed to be some warm weather coming. Maybe not sunny, but warm. Oh, thank you so much, Natasha, for your compliments. That's lovely. Yes, Jennifer says she's curious about the other new wrap. Indeed, I cannot wait to show you. Hi there, Emily. Glad you could join us. Ooh, Amna says, is the darker side the right side, the upright side? Yes. So this is the top. So if you do order a carrier or an alia bag, it will be cut with the darker side at the top of the sling. Oh, Camilla says, I'm getting a C-section on Monday. Will that one make it before, or when will it arrive? So we do have some made to order for the Mithril. So sorry, we do have some ready-made wraps and ring slings in Mithril. So if you did want to order tomorrow, then I'm sure we will post it on Thursday. You can always send us a little email to say, can you please ship it as soon as possible, and we'll definitely be able to ship it on Thursday for you. And then, yeah, depending on where you are in the world, it should be with you in a couple of working days. Yeah, so Starmy is saying she's also feeling a bit stressed. Haven't been able to work this last month, and Vineyard's pre-order is coming. And the Oscha releases with the new Ancients of Gondor, which is your pattern. Oh gosh, decisions, Stormy. I'm sorry that you haven't been able to work. And Denise is saying that she's peaceful, kids playing with Granny, oh, and Milo's sleeping on me and still happy as can be. Oh, that's gorgeous. Thank you so much for sharing, everyone. So as I mentioned before, Jennifer has reviewed this sling and she has put up a wonderful review in Clan Oscha, so if you want to read a little bit more about that, you can certainly read through her review. But generally what she said, she tried it out with her 4-month-old, and she said that she was really impressed with the weight and supportiveness of this sling. So she generally will like her wraps to be kind of 300 GSM plus, but she felt that it was a dream to wrap with. It was moldable, supportive, comfy and lightweight, and was great for a warmer climate. So she's been really impressed with the wrapping qualities of this one. So I shall take it off. So this one can come off just the same way that it goes on, and it's a pre-tied sling, so you can pop it on and off fairly easily, or you can continue on with your day or any little things you need to do while you still have your sling tied on. So that is Mithril Mineral, and I thought don't know if I showed you the reverse quite clearly enough, so I'll just show you that as well. And already, this one's straight out of the bag, and already it feels nice and soft, and very drapey and floaty, so it won't require any breaking in, although of course it will soften up even more than it already is. So on to the next thing. This is our new release of Ancients of Gondor, Amaurea. I was struggling to pronounce that, the colourway name for this one. Amaurea, there we go. Wow, and it has been woven on our classic Agile warp. So those of you who are familiar with the Misty Mountains Agile that we have, then you will definitely recognise this beautiful blue warp. So we have this lovely midnight blue at the top, fading into a kind of sort of lovely kind of royal blue in the middle there, and then lighter to sky blue and down into this kind of icy, slightly purpley icy tone at the bottom. And it does look quite different in, you know, I feel, I'm hoping that you're going to be able to see the true colours here, that the lighting is working all right for you, but it is a lovely fresh icy blue at the bottom. Now you might be noticing some of the little silky flecks that are coming through this fabric, and this is actually a piece silk alternating with cash wool, which is possibly a new blend for us. I'm not entirely sure whether we have released this before, but it's a really lovely way to use a little bit of piece silk and combine that with a beautiful soft cash wool that is of course temperature regulating, it's cushy, and this sling we've designed not to be too heavy, so it's actually quite a lightweight sling for the blend. So this one is 200, also 270 GSM, so it's got a really nice medium weight, and you can see that with the handle there. It's got a really lovely drape, so you get the cushiness from the silk and particularly from the wool, but actually you get the kind of slightly lighter, more malleable sling. So I'm going to show you those lovely little flecks, and of course the every second pick here is piece silk, so you get that lovely kind of isolated fleckiness kind of happening every second pick on the weft. So you're kind of really be able to sort of highlight those nubs and slubs, and the colour as well, I think, of that natural red piece silk colour is really highlighted against the natural ecru colour of the wool, the cash wool. So it's a really special blend, this one. It's really designed for those who would love to try a combination of cash wool and piece silk. So you'll have the lovely moldability qualities, that bandage-like feel that you get from the silk. There is 20% piece silk in this one, and then you also get those lovely cushy qualities, softness from the cash wool, and there's, to my touch, there's no prickliness from the cash wool. It's a lovely smooth yarn for this one. And for those of you who are not so aware, wool can be a wonderful temperature regulator. So even though we're bringing this one out in the early summer, it will be moisture wicking and breathable, and it should regulate with your body temperature. And because it's a fairly lightweight sling at 270, it doesn't have that woolly prickle. It is a good option if you are looking for something for the spring or the summer. But of course it will be ideal all year round. I'm just trying to place this tree in the centre. I'm going to do a front wrap cross carry on this one. Christina's asking how stripy it is. So it's not overly stripy. I'll maybe show you the reverse so that you can see it. Here. It's not overly stripy, and I think that's because the colour difference between the colours and the yarn texture between the, well, the colours are not too dissimilar, I guess. And then you've got a very smooth cash wool yarn with a lovely chunky slubby piece silk, so you're actually seeing it more speckled than stripy, if you get what I mean. So it's not as so much stripy that you're seeing, it's more kind of lovely flecked appearance. Maybe you can see it there. maybe in the slightly, if I face that away from the light a little bit, you can actually see the gold flakes. Yes, Chantel says it looks like gold flakes. And Sarah's mentioned that it is breathtaking in his design. So that's the bottom part there, and you're seeing those lovely flecky gold flakes coming across peeking out from the warp all the way over. And again, it doesn't look particularly stripy. I mean, you do get a bit of a pinstripe going on, which is all part of the design. You can see it there on the trunk of the tree. But if I bring it closer, you can see it's almost like a kind of little checkerboard rather than a full stripe. And we will have some nice close-up pictures on our website as well, which you'll be able to see and in the preview photographs as well, where you'll be able to see those kind of details a little bit more clearly as well in a static form. So I'm just checking. Yes, so Jacqueline was asking to see the reverse. I'll maybe hold that out a little bit more so that you can see a full reverse shot of that one. I'll just check to see if there's any other questions on this one so that we can see it. Hi there, Pam. I'm glad you've joined us. Lovely. Great. Okay. So I'm just going to come back down to the bottom of the comments and then we'll continue on. I'll just check, see if there's any other questions about this one. Yes, Erica says she loves the back, and Sarah's mentioned the lovely piece silk, nubs and slubs. Lovely. And Emily's mentioned she might have to change her Vineyards vote now. So I will be showing you, I will be chatting a little bit about Vineyards pre-order at the end of this video as well. Yes, Natasha, I think you've picked up on a really interesting point there. You've mentioned that the nubs and slubs on the trunk come alive, more like a 3D feeling. Yeah, it does look a bit like that. It's almost quite true to form or something, that you get this extra bit of pattern coming through from the weft and from those nubs and slubs, which is really nice. And Christiane says, whoa, I'm in love again. Lovely. Gorgeous. And oh yes, the price of this one. Yes, I'll come back to pricing in a second. Anna says, this blend sounds enchanting. I hope to see more of this combo. Yes, I think the combination of the cash wool and the piece silk is just going to be a really, really lovely moldable, gorgeous for wrapping. So let me continue on with wrapping and giving you a little bit more information about this one, and then we can come on to pricing for the 2 wraps as well. And then I've got a little bit more information for you on Vineyards pre-order and made to orders as well. So I'm just going to pop this one in a front wrap cross carry. I'm going to go for the nice traditional front wrap cross carry so that we can see the lovely trees coming forward from the warp and being picked out in that beautiful flecky pinstriped weft. So yes, this one, as I've mentioned, will be really lovely for all year round. It's cushy and it was sort of those lovely moldability you get from the piece silk with that lovely cushiness you get from the wool, and it does glide nice and easily. You see that glide is lovely, and it should stay in place very well, which means it will be nice and easy to tighten. You should get a really lovely carry without too much effort. And you can see there it is a lovely weight. It's quite feels a tiny bit thin in the hand, which is actually really nice for the time of year, but also knowing that you do still get that nice malleability and cushiness from those lovely weft blends. So the entire blend of this one then, just to make it clear, so it's 60% BCI organic combed cotton, and then it is 20% piece silk and 20% cash wool. So that is your full blend, and it's 270 GSM. I have a size 7 wrap here that I'm using, so I do have some fairly long tails as I'm a base size 5, but of course with a tail you can always bring it back round the front and tie in a knot if you wish at the front. So that's what I'm going to just do with this one. And there we go, that's our lovely Ancients of Gondor Amaurea with the cash wool and piece silk. Now for those of you who are tuning in who are not aware of the properties of piece silk, so piece silk has been harvested in a really ethical way where the butterflies or the moths fly away from the cocoon before they're harvested, and the red colour actually comes from the tannins in the leaves that they eat. So it's completely pure and natural in its treatment, if you like, so it hasn't got any other dyes added to it, so it's its natural shade in what we have at the moment. And the flecks in this piece silk as well have actually been, the yarn's actually been created from little particles that have been left over from the spinning process, so it's doubly ethical in terms of its use as well. So it's in terms of its creation and it using up as you know recycled fibres there as well. So it's a really lovely option if you are looking for an ethical silk option, and it's well loved for that unique colourway as well. So given that this is a blend of piece silk and cash wool, the price of a size 6 is £197, and that's ex VAT. So just to put that into context, yes, so it's similar to our Beretti silk, I believe, for 50/50. But yes, as you can see, it is a real luxe blend, so this is a unique option. We won't be weaving this one again, it's part of our luxe collection, and it's a really luxurious piece, and like I say, it will work for all year round and all ages and stages of baby. So just to let you know the price difference for the Mithril mineral with the 10% wild silk, and then 80% cotton and 80% BCI organic combed cotton and 10% cotton. This one is £138 for a size 6. So of course the extra cost for the piece silk and the cash wool, and of course the warp is organic combed cotton, and we always use the BCI cotton, which is the Better Cotton Initiative. So you are getting really high quality yarns with our with all of our slings, but of course the silk and cash wool option is a premium option. Lovely, let me just check if there's any other comments that I can reply to. Yes, there's a question around how limited. Let's see. Let me see. I'm just going to scroll up to the top of the questions here that I haven't answered yet. So I've mentioned the price already, so that's fine. And I've mentioned the percentages of the cash wool as well. And Christina's saying, and what's not limited actually means? Sorry if it's already answered. So this one, so generally what we say in terms of limited is if there are around about 50 wraps, we would say it's fairly limited. If there's more than 50 wraps, we would say it's not really limited. And wraps we use as a kind of visual term, if you like, for the metrages that we have. But of course, some of the metrage may go on to make carriers or alia bags or scarves, but generally we can round that up, if you like. So we have an average where we have a certain number of meters and we put that into, okay, so that's roughly X amount of size 6 wraps, and therefore it averages out rather nicely. If it is under 50 wraps, then we would say it was limited, certainly. So this one I'm actually not 100% sure. I did forget to check the lengths on this one. So what I'll do after the call is I'll quickly check the lengths that we have, and I'll roughly let you know whether it's limited or whether it's not so limited. My guess is that it probably will be fairly limited because it is one of our higher cost items with the silk, and it's obviously a luxe item. And of course we do try to order, we try not to over order when it comes to our luxe collection, because obviously that can be very costly, and we do try to predict the amount so that everybody who would like one will get one, but obviously that is very hard to predict from our end of things. So we do hope there will be enough for everyone who would like one, but it's very hard to say. Hopefully that answers the question around limitations. Thank you, Ruth, commenting on my perfect pattern placement. So these ones will actually arrive. Okay, so we can order tomorrow, but how long should we expect to wait before it's here? So Camilla, it depends where you are in the world. If you're in the UK, then I believe it takes 1 or 2 working days, and same for the US. And if you are over in Europe, it may take 3 to 4 working days. But do let us know where you are and we can let you know. Lovely, thank you, Sarah, for helping with that. Perfect. Oh, Amna says, how many of the trees would you get in a metre? That's a good question, and actually one that I'm not entirely sure. You will definitely get at least 2, but I can ask that question about the metre pieces. Camilla, you're in Denmark. Okay, so I believe, I'm not entirely sure how long shipping takes to Denmark, but I believe it's likely to be 3 or 4 working days, so you should be able to receive it sort of midweek next week. Yes, so Emily has said that she ordered at 7 PM once and it was already in the post the next morning. Yes, we normally ship out right away the next day, so hopefully we'll receive it Monday, Tuesday, but it could be Wednesday or Thursday. Alright, so do let me know if you've got any other questions at all about either of the slings, and in the meantime I will give you a little bit of pre-order news. So this is the Vineyards Warp. Now this is a scrap piece of a previous pre-order that they have done with us, and so I thought it might be nice to show you the colourway and chat a little bit about the Vineyards pre-order, which is opening in a couple of weeks' time. So I believe it's not next week but the following week. Oh, it could be next week. I should have checked that really, shouldn't I? I believe it is the 27th of June that it's opening. But what I'll do again is I'll double check my dates. And what you can do if you're interested in a red sling, yes, thank you Emily, it is the 27th. I did remember correctly, not this Monday but the following Monday. And they have this beautiful wine red warp, which has always been perfect for those red lovers out there. And the Vineyards at the moment are doing lots of voting and polling in their group, and at the moment I believe they are at the stage of connecting patterns with wefts. So the weft polling has been completed and the pattern polling has been completed, I believe, and they're now matching everything up. So if you'd like to know which items are in the running, then please do join the Oscha Vineyards pre-order group, and I will put a link to their group in the comments here as well, and you can get involved with that lovely full custom pre-order where we have input from all of our lovely customers who are interested to take part, and then we will weave up the winning items, 7 items, and then we will weave them up specifically for you, and they'll be delivered in 4 to 6 months time once everything has been dyed and warped and woven and stitched and shipped. So you can join their group to get involved with that. And let me see if there's any questions around that at all at the moment. Lovely. Oh, lovely, Camilla. That's great that you'll be able to wear the sling after you've had your baby. Morgan says, I was late, so you probably covered this. Is Mithril mineral alternating the wild silk cotton yarn with another cotton yarn? Yes, that's correct. So I believe it is, so it's wild silk that's blended with cotton, and then there's a cotton, and so the blue is a cotton. The aqua blue is a cotton yarn, and then the natural white wild silk, which is a blended wild silk and cotton. Lovely. Great. Oh, Denise, you're so sweet. You've said you make the slings look even more beautiful. Can't wait. Oh, to see wearing span for you and your little one. Oh, I can't wait either. Imagine that. I can't wait to try the slings with my little one. Oh, Laura's saying, oh, so any chance of a beautiful new fangorn this year? We do definitely have a fangorn in the pipeline. I feel like it is very close to the end of the year before it comes, which I know sounds crazy. I believe that is when there will be coming. There will be one coming. So also, if you haven't noticed, we've got a in-stock made to order from all of the fabrics that we have in stock at Oscha at the moment. So we're going to be opening up this made to order tomorrow evening at the same time as the wraps go live, so 7:30. And what we'll do is we'll just work on a first comes first served basis with the fabric and what you'd like to order. And so there's a Google form, which is how you will place your order, and you can enter what it is. There'll be a form that will detail which fabrics are available and which, obviously all the different items that you can order, so that can be any of our accessories, also including the discontinued bairn and nook carriers. So we've decided we had promised whenever we discontinued these back in April that we would have a couple of made to orders open for them, specifically for those. So that was happening now, and then we will have another one in the autumn. So you will be able to order a nook and a bairn in anything that we've got in stock at the moment. And there's a list of about 20 different different fabric styles. So do have a browse through the information, which will be listed in Clan Oscha. We will also send an email out, and we will have the Google form attached there so that you can choose whatever you want to go for. And those will be all, I think it will close next week, and then we'll send out invoices to individual people, and then you will be able to receive your unique item that we will make up just for you. So I think that brings us to the end of everything that I wanted to share with you this afternoon. I will comment with any of those areas that I mentioned before, and then I will look forward to chatting with you all in a couple of weeks' time. We do also have a little poll up in Clan Oscha at the moment all about the live videos. Of course, with me going on maternity leave in the autumn, we are, my lovely colleague Toella is going to come and do the live videos, take over from me while I'm away. So what we thought we would do is we'll do a couple of live videos together, and we'll be running those from the office on the days that Toella works. She's got 2 little ones already, so she doesn't work full time. So we will be doing those in the office towards the end of June, and I look forward to catching up with you all then. And it'll be so great to introduce you to Toella if you've not met her before. And she has got so much knowledge. She's one of our designers, so I really feel like she'll be able to bring a whole added extra element to the live videos as well. And we'll do that over the next few months so that Toella is all nice and prepared for taking over whenever I head off. Yes, Laura, yes, that's right. So you're asking, will the live still be before the release? Indeed they will. But what we're thinking is a Tuesday doesn't work so well for Toella because she doesn't work on a Tuesday. She looks after her little ones on a Tuesday. So what we're looking to do is either have them up on a Monday or before the release on a Wednesday. We won't be moving that day. So it'll either be a Monday or the previous Thursday. So whichever you prefer, as I guess as a consensus, and we'll try it out and go with that, and you can always let us know if there's any problems and we can try and do another poll or try and find another time that works. But we do try to keep it as late in the day so that our lovely American customers can join us, but of course with the time difference sometimes it can still be a little bit early for them. So yeah, so do let us know on the poll if you can find that and figure out what you think would work best. Oh, thank you so much, Amna, that's a lovely comment, and I will head off now and I will comment with anything that I've missed. Ah, okay, thank you Laura for mentioning that about the poll. I will pop onto the poll and make it clear that it would always be just before. Just before the release, of course. Yes, we would do the live video either the Monday before the release or the Thursday before the release. So yeah, that makes sense. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. That's super helpful. All right, so we will look forward to joining you. For those of you who can join us tomorrow for Secret Stash Happy Hour, it will be a Middle Earth theme. We've got Middle Earth treasure totes, I believe, and we've got a special giveaway from one of our Middle Earth yoga mats from our sister company Middle Earth Yoga. So we've got Mithril Mineral going up, we've got Ancients of Gondor, we've got our general in stock made to order, and we will also have some special Middle Earth slings and chatter. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will, oh, thank you Emily for confirming that about the poll. I will go and check it now. As you can tell, I've not checked in on it since I posted it this morning. Lovely Natasha, we will chat to you tomorrow at Secret Stash Happy Hour from 7 o'clock until 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, and we really look forward to, I really look forward to chatting to you again in a couple of weeks' time. Have a lovely rest of your day everyone, and speak to you soon. Bye!